It feels like it's been forever since I've done, like, a regular, like, merch news recap video. And that's because there has been nothing of substance lately. What's Funko been revealing? I don't know, Biddy Pop, Blacklight Freddy? Nobody cares. I've been clamoring for so long for McFarlane Toys to get the FNAF license again, and yeah, I know they're not for everybody, but I think McFarlane Toys' grungy style really suits the FNAF series well, and I really miss these sets, and I wish we got more characters. Like, they never even able to complete FNAF 6, that's tragic. Especially when they had completed the cast from most games up until that point. Security Breach, McFarlane says, would have been awesome too. There was just so much potential here that was cut short because the license didn't renew, and it doesn't seem like McFarlane has any interest in continuing it because they don't seem to be making construction sets anymore. Which is a shame, and that was probably the main reason the license was cut off rather than FNAF, because the sets sold really well. Like, these were very popular, so it's definitely not a sales thing. I think it's probably more so McFarlane just didn't want to make construction sets anymore. Too much of a hassle for them to produce, so I understand it from that perspective. But I was still hopeful that maybe someday this line could be revived. And well, let's just say those hopes were completely shattered the other day when Johnny Blocks posted this thing, and it completely shattered all my hopes and dreams, and it said, Phatmojo will be making the FNAF construction sets now. Now, I know a lot of people saw that, and they're like, oh, okay, cool, we're getting new FNAF construction sets. That's pretty cool. You don't understand how bad it is. Now, Phatmojo is very well known for being the license holder for a bunch of, you know, mascot horror franchises. Their first big license that they grabbed onto was Bendy, and they made the worst action figures of all time. These were terrible. I'm sorry. I can't think of a single, like, they're just bad, okay? These are crappy quality, bad articulation, fall apart really easily, just like cheap action figures. Yeah, these are pretty bad. So, and then they also were like really poorly scaled. Like Ink Demon is way shorter than Sammy Lawrence for some reason. But they've also picked up some classics like Rainbow Friends and Garten of Banban and Piggy. Doesn't it make you confident in their ability to handle FNAF? So, Phatmojo started making their own construction sets back during the late phases of the Bendy toy line, early phases of the Piggy toy line. You know, they made these Piggy construction sets, and they made these Bendy construction sets, and I reviewed them back in the day, and they were pretty mid, to be honest. Like, Basic Fun had made Bendy sets before, and they weren't that great, but these are just kind of a downgrade, like the ugly minifigures, and they're like weird, like very bare bones building style. It's just like, these are the most, like, lazily designed construction toys I think I've ever seen. They're just not very high effort at all. None of them hold a candle to the engineering of a Lego set or the detail of a McFarlane set. But, you know, they were fine for what they were trying to do for the most part. It's like, you know, Bendy's got pretty simple characters, shouldn't be too bad. Rainbow Friends, obviously very simple characters. Piggy, literally just like circles and cylinders on Roblox. But like, all of these were very simple characters that they had done previously. The most complicated characters they'd done in this line is FGTV. But now they're tackling FNAF. Now, I don't think they've ever done characters this detailed in a construction set before. And with how cheap and basic and just, like, these things feel so cheap. Like, these are some of the cheapest feeling construction toys. Like, they feel exactly like off-brand Legos you'd buy on, like, Amazon in bulk. Like, they're just not very high quality whatsoever. And hearing them getting the FNAF license for construction sets certainly has me worried. I'm cautiously optimistic because, like, I like construction sets, okay? I'm very open to the idea. I'm not one of those people who are like, oh, it's not Lego, it's going to be trash. I'm very open to the idea, because I've had, like, Mega Bloks and McFarlane and stuff like that, and I've had pretty good sets from those companies and stuff. Can't say the same for Phatmojo over here. Their builds are so simple, there's so many exposed studs, it's like, they're just, like, these look like they were designed for toddlers. Like, these sets feel like they have the building experience of a 4+ Lego set. Like, there was no effort put into making these, like, good in any way, so I don't feel very confident that they're going to do the same thing for their FNAF line. It's probably going to look like those, like, bootleg FNAF Lego sets you can buy on Amazon right now, but with hopefully some slightly nicer minifigures. My biggest hope is that the minifigures look alright, but at the same time, it's like, the only thing they can really do well is head molds, because their body style for these is really bad, I'm sorry. Like, they don't make any variations. Look at, like, Blue from Rainbow Friends or, like, Bendy. Why are they so, like, skinny and tall? This is not right.
This is not retro. I'm sorry. I do not have any feelings of nostalgia.
I don't know. I guess I'm just, like, bummed out. I miss McFarlane. I like their sets a lot. I wish if we got anything, I would have preferred, like, if we got, like, I don't know, Mega Constructs or Mega Blocks, whatever they're called now. I think they're just called Mega now, actually. They probably would have done a better job. I don't know, we could do, like, we do Lego, obviously, but I don't think would that ever happen. I'm just really not feeling confident about Phatmojo's ability to make good FNAF sets. Like, they could barely make good, like, good-looking sets for, like, I don't know, Bendy, where everything's the same color. The peak of their construction toy line is Rainbow Friends, and that is not a good sign. Now, I think I'd probably talk about what I think we could expect to see from this, because another thing that was announced with this was that they're making more of those bundles. And if you don't know what that means in this context, remember that Freddy head thing that I reviewed a while back? Yeah, they're making more of those, which I honestly think is pretty cool. I'm excited for that, because that head bundle was pretty neat. I liked the actual head itself. The stuff inside was meh. But hey, if we get more of these cool animatronic heads that can blink and stuff, I'd be happy with that. And hopefully if they do continue making more of those, they can start including some cooler products on the inside as well. Just thinking off the top of my head, I feel like we'd probably get the same format again, like we get a Bonnie head bundle with 3 Bonnie plushies inside, and a Chica with 3 Chica plushies, and a Foxy with 3 Foxy plushies. It'd be the same thing every time, I'd assume. But I would hope to see some more interesting characters. I don't know, I think like a Glamrock Freddy would be cool. It'd be like that one ending of the game. Also, plenty of good voice lines you could include with Glamrock Freddy. They could do a Springtrap one, just because I think Springtrap would be funny. I really wonder how detailed they'd actually make it. I'd like to see a Golden Freddy one that literally just plays the Golden Freddy jump scare sound, because that'd be funny. I feel like the inside of that could have like a Fredbear and a Nightmare Fredbear and a I don't know. I'm thinking about the plushies inside. They already put Golden Freddy inside the regular Freddy bundle, so I don't know, but I feel like a Golden Freddy would be funny. And it's also pretty likely since they could just repaint the Freddy they already made. Oh, Brain Blast, perfect idea. Okay, they do in the head bundle with Golden Freddy head, it would include a plushie of Nightmare Fredbear, and then a plushie of regular Fredbear, and then they could include a Nightmare plushie that's just a recolor of the Nightmare Fredbear plushie. There, perfect. But back to construction set stuff, what do I think we could expect from the new Phatmojo license? Well, I think it's pretty obvious we get like a show stage set. That's just a no-brainer. I feel like we're absolutely going to get that. We could expect a security office. We could expect Pirates Cove. I think just like all the basics, you know, all the stuff that McFarlane covered in their first wave, I feel like we could probably expect from this line. Although, honestly, I'm kind of hoping this line is mainly security breach themed, just because that hasn't actually been done before, so it'd be a bit more interesting. And no matter what you think of security breach, there is infinite playset potential from that game. And I think there's just generally a lot of good characters to choose from the Security Breach. Like, you could do Roxy Raceway, include some go-karts, you could have staff bots, you could have all the main animatronics, you could have the shattered versions, the ruined versions, and the endoskeletons. I don't know. There's so many, like such variety of characters you can include, and there's characters that you can include duplicates of that would actually make sense, and I don't know. I think Security Breach would just adapt well to a construction set line. I'd want, like, Monty Golf and Roxy Raceway and Phaser Blast and, you know, just, like, all the key areas from the game. I think, like, some stuff based on Ruin would also be cool. I just hope if they do this line, I want them to do stuff that hasn't been done before, because let's be honest, nothing they're gonna make is going to be better than what McFarlane had done, so I'd at least hope they do something unique, and I think Security Breach lends itself very well to this kind of toy. I'd really like to see, like, a Burn Trap Recharge Pod set, as unlikely as that probably is. I have a feeling if we go with Security Breach, though, we're probably just going to see very basic stuff, which, you know, there's a lot of cool areas from the game that haven't really been, like, adapted in merch very well, but then they're probably just going to do basic stuff. They're going to do, like, Freddy's Green Room and, like, I don't know, the daycare or something like that. They're probably just going to make really boring picks, which is a bit disappointing, but I don't know. That's just me assuming. They could make really good picks. There's a lot of good picks they could do. Like, I think, like, the El Utilidor tunnel with, like, the Monty chase scene with Roxy and Chica there, too. That'd be cool. That'd be a really cool one if there was just, like, a little, like, diorama set of, like, the Utilidor or, like, I don't even know. I just wanted to make a quick video here to like talk about this announcement because I felt like it was very relevant considering how many videos I've made in the past about the McFarlane license just kicking the bucket so suddenly. I am probably like, I'm more interested in this than a lot of other people probably are, so I hope they're good, but I don't have much faith, and I'm hoping that not being optimistic will turn around and mean that I'm completely wrong, because I want to be completely wrong here. Everything I've said about negative about Phatmojo construction sets, I want that to not apply to anything, and I'm just gonna completely just be wrong. I hope that's the case. But anywho, plushies, there's still a few left, so if you want one, there they are. Yeah, I just kind of want to do this real quick. The immediately commented on my last video, that's pretty cool. And I'll see you guys again soon.